Fantasy 16. Last we left off, the world is in quite a state. There are Akashic and wraiths all over the place. And bandits taking advantage of the new lawlessness everywhere. Pretty sorry state this world's currently in. Mostly due to us, destroying 4 out of the 5 mother crystals and working our way towards a 5th. But, it's for the planet, you see. Can't you see it's for the planet? We gotta stop these mother crystals from bleeding the planet dry of all its ether. At least that's the hope. I hope we're stopping that. Because I don't see the Bladed Lands receding at all, and I in fact see them continuing to advance upon the continent. I hope Sid had the right of it. But anyways. Then of course there's Ultima and his giant cloud across the land. Just covering the land and covering the entire sky across the entire continent in clouds. And summoning all those previously mentioned wraiths. But hey, we got the gang back together. It's Clive, Jill, Joshua, and Torgal. Heading out to go rescue Gav and Mid and our Uncle Byron, I believe. That's where we're at. I believe there is one more side quest along the way that we want to do. At least that we know of thus far. But let's jump on into it. Hello. Here we are. Just the 4 of us. We can make it if we try, just the 4 of us. See, there's the side quest. There's also a market, a shop over here that has something for us, something new. But we'll have to head here first. Last time we got to utilize some Bahamut abilities. Some better than others.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it.
Yeah.
The Echoes have a will of their own.
Not like they can stop me. First, let's take a look at this little dead end. There's a coral and a chest. I want that chest.
We're not alone.
Let's start with the dots. Every sniper. Melting is It's hard to stun again. Alright, you got one more. Now he's dead. Oh boy. To be fair, he was 8 levels below me. Excuse me, guys. Regal Sash. What's this all about, huh? Ooh! Among the citizenry of Dhalmekia, there are those who hearken after the heady days of yore, when the realm was as yet divided into its constituent kingdoms, an age of glorious rulers in golden towers, before all was usurped by the bean-counting bureaucrats who now rule over the Republic. Though little but legend may remain of these kingdoms, those who find themselves dispossessed and disempowered in the present draw strength from their imagined past. Pretty nice. An extra 2 HP and 10 defense. Take that. Much appreciated.
Ready, go?
Let's go, Ambrosia. You all have chocobos, right? Yeah, of course. Magical, appearing chocobos. Of the generic variety. Oh.
Be safe.
Be safe, girl. See you later. We gotta fight. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Got a system going with my abilities. An order to everything. Looks like some tougher enemies up ahead. Slightly tougher. There's a mage in their presence, though.
Enough of you, are there?
Oh, it's a bomb. Never mind. Yeah. Handled that pretty well. Oh, hang on. Side path. Possible goodies. What are you all about then, huh? Wrong button. Oh, too late to take it back now. Let's get some break it. Do some extra damage.
Nice try.
He's dead already. Got a goblin coin. 50. Stop holding that flaming arm to your face, Clive. We're not in combat anymore.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Let's go. I do appreciate the variety of abilities. I only wish you could swap, like hot swap them in combat. Like go into the inventory and go, okay, actually I'm going to need these abilities, not those ones. Even if that like put them on a cooldown for a few seconds. Because oftentimes you don't really know what you're going to be getting into. Whether there's going to be flying enemies or just ground enemies, large enemies, only a bunch of mooks. Boss fight. You never know. Until you're in the thick of it. Get out of here.
I do. Where are you off to now then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps?
Perhaps. Goodbye, merchant. This person has a quest. You don't look so good. Sir?
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood. Up ahead.
Ooh.
It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance.
Not if I have
We
anything to say
can't
about
let
it.
those monsters reach
Fret
the...
not.
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
Encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Kuka.
Rest well, soldier.
You gonna give him a potion, Clive? Or no?
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Pretty sure they
Another
are.
ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. Yeah, I got here in time. Farewell.
Enemy slain. Nice, nice. confused.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
Hold up. There's an item over here. 3 desert bruises. Hello?
You're with the battalion?
Soldier?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
This up the
His
road?
wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Many thanks. Quest complete. Bad blood. 25 notoriety. 100 magic dash and a meteorite.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Yeah, you must be confused. You know, the blood loss, that's all.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore.
You're Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
You know I just killed, like, a dozen men that you couldn't kill. And I did it on my, well, not on my own. I had like, a couple friends. But still. You couldn't stop them. So what makes you think you stand a chance against me? Even when you're all rested up and prepared. Didn't even want to fight them. Come on, Clem. No need for that.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
There is a merchant, so I'm gonna
That's better.
potion real quick, top off. And then I'll buy a replacement in Tabor.
Welcome, travelers.
We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
That's all you gotta say, okay.
Where now, Joshua?
Yeah.
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Very well. First, though, merchant.
Welcome, welcome.
On the shoulders of giants. A tattered slip of parchment upon which has been hastily scrolled several bars of music.
Of course.
Yes. Melody seems familiar, but the author is unknown.
Anything else?
Potion. Let's see what stuff we can sell here. Oh, we have an amber. Got a number of things. Okay, let's start with the gill bugs.
Got anything else for me?
Black blood.
Ah,
Goblin
not bad.
coins, empty shards.
Got anything else for
and
me?
Amber.
It's a deal. Come again.
Yeah. I'll say it's a deal. Okay. In we go. Hello? Now, is this where Mid is hiding out, or is this just where Joshua's friend is? Just Joshua's friend, it looks like. Clive.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course.
And now comes Joshua.
It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise,
you were like,
Lady
what, 10?
Yotei.
At the time?
You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
And he is fully in the embrace of Ultima. Meanwhile, the Agora, the free cities of Canva.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora? The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
all the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Not quite.
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic!
You moron.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
How exactly do you expect to do that when he's Odin?
Enough.
That meant they're all dead.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
No.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
You will leave me alone. Well, there's another nation's leader's dead.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
He wants you.
The tapestry. Show them.
Is it going to be the same thing we found in those other, like, temple places? Yep.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The Icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
It sucks to suck.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote,
lake?
I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
Yeah. Let's. We need to protect Gav and Mid and Byron. Plus Byron will love to see you, Joshua.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
It's a couple of side quests here.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold? Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Korava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
You probably couldn't hear it, but there's a storm brewing outside. I could hear the thunder.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scraps.
You there! The strapping lad with the sword.
Hello, Milo.
Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
All right.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me.
Memorize?
Assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Uh-huh. Well then, here's one.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
Decent quarry's been hard to find since this guy's.
Thank you for the deal, Mister.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home.
What Golden Plains might the Wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Who knows? All I know is I just need one more tablet. What? Come on. 5.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamil.
Okay.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends of mothers' labor.
No history would be complete without mention of the Mother Crystals. I should speak to the old scholar, before I forget everything I've read.
Don't you think?
How are those new boots treated?
The engravings were in good repair, considering their age.
Oh, would that I could have seen for myself. Come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
The great good Moogle Guardians. No, Guardians of the Crystal.
Guardians of the Crystal. The first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, not riders of the snowy slopes, not voyagers of the Ashen Ocean.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right.
was exactly
there
it,
are
Clive.
vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its Guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the Hunters. Now tillers of the land. Not now sworn to serve the sun, not now dancing hand in hand.
Children of the Hunters, now tillers of the land. Reap her promised blessing, and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reached down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
No problem. Bit of experience, gold, notoriety, and a goblin coin. Not bad.
How are those new boots treating you?
Now, that's all the way over in the fields, huh? I'll have to travel there by obelisk, I suppose. Because the footpath is not available. It's all blocked off.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Run like the wind. But way out here in the middle of a giant fields, apparently in Davis. No, leave the wolves alone. They'll leave us alone soon enough. That's a coral. No, not a coral. That's, I guess, a very small Avis. That's a dread Avis.
Old he may be. Looks like there's still plenty of fighting in yet.
Not enough fighting. And he's dead. That was easy. Avis skin and dragon talon.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
That won't be long. We will immediately transport back to Tabor via the obelisks. Karel!
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it.
Here you go. It was so easy, dude.
Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
I'm not in the business of hunting. I mean, I do hunt here and there, but it's not my main... Not my main squeeze. 100 tanned hides? That's not worth nearly as much as an 8. This hide. Can I help you?
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you.
Many thanks.
Pray accept this token.
Seal obtained. Phoenix down.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
How can I hold all these seals? So many of them.
We'll talk about this later.
10 of them.
Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
He seemed fine. Maybe a little sinister.
The free cities under sea.
I think he's a good man. Oh, now I have access to this path. But I think we'll just continue down the main one.
Desert roses.
Many of them. Another band of orcs. Nice. Moving on now. There's another item over here.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
That's not good at all. Of course, that's probably because of the Waloed soldiers, isn't it? There's another obelisk, though. I don't know which flag that is. But they were focusing on it a lot.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Loot is tearing the city apart just to find Mid. Ah, okay. That's that then. There is, however, some more side quests. Apparently. Let's go take care of those real quick. And maybe checking out
I'll
the
be taking you
hideaway
all
and
to a
see-
storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Might also check the hideaway for any new hunts or side quests.
You know what you have to do.
Hello, Quentin.
Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long.
True.
And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
Yeah, of course I will.
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Grieger guide us. All of us.
Very well done.
Come then, brother. We are awaited in Gotan's bales.
That's what we're doing, Joshua. Erosion. Barriers.
No need to ride from here.
Safety.
Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Cid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's Manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen.
Don't worry, I'll deal with it.
Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heavenhall, he calls it.
Promise us, Cid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
I got this. Be there in a jiffy. I'll take care of that monster. Ain't nothing can stop me.
Come on.
Come on, Ambrosia. Their trophies. Into the Imperial chase.
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late.
That's a lot of bodies. That's a lot of bodies.
Quinton, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
Your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. It's a rabid beast that needs to be put down.
Lightning. Nice. Curl Whisker.
If only we'd arrived earlier.
If only he'd have taken us with him.
Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
What? Wait, you mean Ether flooded, or what? Ether flooded, right? Yeah. That's not good.
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
Now what?
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. Bridget's not going to last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
That's all of them. On to the next one.
This might take a while.
Beam of fire from Joshua. Man.
I need to find Quentin.
Yep. Quentin.
Quentin. Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
It's lucky he hasn't turned. Come on, man. Sometime later.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins.
Yeah.
Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even.
You could.
What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family.
And of course, you are still welcome at the hideaway if you so desire. Just be careful with those.
Permit me to
floods
withdraw
around
my
here.
request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Quest complete. Hanged Man signboard for my chambers. Breath of the Wind, Wicked Wheel. And Meteorite. Alright. That does it for the Sunbrick side quest. Now we go to Martha's Rest. Probably speak with Martha about troubles a-brewing in this neck of the woods.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
No burden.
It's no burden.
I will help.
Thank you, Clive.
All that I can.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry.
Oh, they will be.
Bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic.
You could have sent for
but
me.
Now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
Raiding?
I do.
I could be the whole raiding party.
Eastpool was
if
once
need be.
home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first.
Yeah.
So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
Yeah.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
In fact, I could handle...
No need, my lord. You go on ahead.
And the Akashic.
We'll be with you before long.
All on my own.
I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
But if you guys want to join in the fight, then you can take on the Akashic. Keep them off my back while Jill, Joshua, Torgo, and I kill all the bandits. To Eastpool. Besides, with these obelisks, I can just teleport right next to the town, catch them unawares.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
I am your death.
You will doom this place. Or face the consequences. That's the end of that then.
That was it? Oh.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not.
What's that thing doing here?
2 scoops.
Doesn't matter. It goes to. Let's try.
You're finished.
There we go. You're finished. Nice. 195 XP, 526 skill, 90 AP. Steel, silk, magic, ash, and...
Any more surprises?
Anything else?
I'll take that as a no.
Good.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for Akashic.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
2 scoops.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
I trust you, Wade. Sometime later. We shall do that.
Without masters,
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not
We're
a
the
single
masters of your own
Akashic in
fate.
sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
We did it, Martha. It'll take a bit of rebuilding, but Eastpool is free once again. Free to become a proper town.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Sure did. Rekindling the flame. It's a lot of steel silk and bloody hides and a meteorite. Whew. Okay. So next up is over here in Bakhled. But first I'm just gonna take a quick look at the hideaway. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here. But I'll hold off on that until we've dealt with Bakhled. Been a little while since we last been here. What you got for us?
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Eloise?
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill the blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
Let's do it.
How could I refuse?
Excellent.
How can I refuse?
Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
That'll be easy.
You will find a village in Chaedra's Thread, past Leitney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
50 notoriety for this one. That's a lot. Right over there, huh? Leitney's Cleft, then. We'll head south from there. Roshi just appeared out of the side of this canyon. That's not there we go. This way. Thanks for opening the gate for me. Off I go.
Thanks, Cal.
Who's next, huh? I know there wasn't just 3 goblins here. There's got to be more. Come on, Clyde, stop that. You need to run.
This must have been a nice place once.
And it will be again. It's over.
You're finished.
Nice. Nice job. Very good. How are you still alive? I stomped you into the dirt. It's just the tiniest sliver of health left. There we go.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat.
Yeah, give me a second. hides. Check for any more things like 67 gil. Oh. Goblin coin. Magic dash, pinches of something. Keep looking around, make sure there's nothing else. Yes, 13 gil, that's it. That's nothing. Man, the water looks beautiful. Look at that. Love it. A little more of a look around. Oh. Black blood. Okay, now. Actually, real quick. Real quick. Just want to see what this leads to. Citrus thread. Ooh, it does lead to a dead end. I'd like to see what's down Pinches of magic dash, desert rose. What else lies down this road? More of these little ankle biters? That takes care of them. This really looks like it might be the place where a hunt target would reside. Five. We need you to run. There you go. There's some roses. Surprised we haven't run into a beast. Maybe because we haven't checked the hunt board yet. Or maybe it's just not available until later in the story. Just have to find out after we talk with these peoples again. Hey. I did the thing, cleared it out.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
Yep. You made quick work of it, as always.
Of course.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
Eloise?
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Nice. Meteorite, Wyrite, Black Blood.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dhalmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
That takes care of that. Now, we shall stop in at the hideaway. Check in on things. There we are. Yes. No new quests, but there are new hunts.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Let's see. Got that new On the Shoulders of Giants.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
That was a while ago. Yep. Man. I regret that both you and the lump had to get all tangled up in the wicked weave of my sordid past. But thanks to your meddling, I was finally able to put to rest matters that were left too long to fester. And with that finally done, might be I can sit back and enjoy this new world of yours you're so keen on creating. One don't need a pair of eyes to see the good you've done. Kara. My Lord Marquess, in your absence, shall I watch over my new charges, affording them every protection I am able? I only ask that you do the same for His Grace, Yote. Of course. Clive, I cannot begin to thank you for all you have done for Lostwing. So, in lieu of any awkward remerciements, I shall be sending several barrels of next season's vintage. I can only hope they finally turn you off that foamy swill you and yours so covet. Quentin. No promises. But we have much and more to do.
Did you see that?
So what?
Clive,
Hello, Vivian.
what is it that you wish to learn?
Knocking this
One
off
must
my
understand
map
one's
real
place
quick.
in the world.
Nectar. What do we got? 2 new things. Oh yeah, the pack. Through Tabor to the fields of Korova were met by a group of hunters from the village who warned them not to stray too far from the main road, for in a gully not far hence rested a pack of wolves. Okay, gully not too far from Tabor. Somewhere around the fields of Korova, or between the fields of Korova and Tabor. Forgot about that one. Man in black. The greater part of those black shields who spied on Lostwing were taken by the Ether Flood. However, we have received reports that one yet survives, a zealot of their evil cause who persists in delivering any bearer who strays too close to his hiding place to a gruesome death. Alas, he has heretofore proved more than a match for the Cursebreakers sent to slay him. Lostwing. Okay, but so it's just Lostwing Sunbreak, south of Tabor. Quick, Desiree.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised?
I would like this Talisman of Priming.
You earned this.
Next batch is after 15.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
$95. Real quick. Let's have a look at that bit of gear. Talisman of Priming. Increases Lion Heart tonic duration by 30 seconds. Oh. Never mind that then. We need to go to Lostwing. Ish. Somewhere around here. It's the Black Knight. A terrible, terrible Black Knight. Guess I'll start Norabel Downs and head eastwards through Lostwing. Roja.
Run like the wind.
They are on the hunt. Oh, come on. You can do it, girl. Yeah, of course it's out up here.
Back to the stables,
No,
girl.
Don't. Come back, Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Getting out of here. Okay, so she can kind of hover a bit if you hold down the jump button. Nifty.
I can walk from here.
I'd really prefer to ride, but okay. So most of those Black Knights, Black Shields, were taken by this Ether Flood, but one of them survived. Maybe he's back there? Or somewhere down here in the Norvent Valley? Guess I'll take a look. Wish there was like a little mini-map in the corner or something. Which would be useful. I guess that must actually be down there somewhere. Must be that little tiny path back there. Starting to really doubt that he's down here somewhere. Though it's still possible. It is a decently sizable. Yeah, this must be the guy. Hello, Holy Trumpeter, rank B.
Bring out the Baron! Let me and my porter purge them of their sin!
Regret doing my mother's bidding.
Hold still!
Nice. 2,500 experience, 75 AP, 13,230 guild, 20 notoriety. Scarlet Take, meteorite.
Your work here is done.
Yeah.
That's better. Better already.
Goblin coin, black blood. Magic dash. Alright. Just moving on. Now we go. There's Tabor. It's probably right here. Isn't it? Because they were headed over here, and so if you strayed from that path, you'd end up right there. Just stopping at the merchant real quick, pick up those potions we just used.
Here, take a look at my wares.
Potion.
Fine choice.
High potion.
Of course.
So... yeah, I got a couple of guild bugs, bunch of black blood.
Got anything else for me?
Goblin coins.
It's a deal. Take care.
It's a deal. Off we go. Just gotta find this pack of wolves. Then we can continue our adventures.
The free cities. See?
Father now. That's gotta be them. Yeah. Sure do. Look ferocious. The pack. Rank C. Pretty little bounty.
You're on my side, Torval.
Yeah. Notorious Mark Slade. Few spoils. We do have a lot of AP. Over 6,000 now.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
Yeah. Dash fry. There we go. Purchase that potion I just used, and then it's back to the main event.
Are you buying or selling?
Buying one.
Of course.
Potion. Goodbye.
the free cities of Canva.
Now that all of our other friends are taken care of. Canberra's not looking too good, though. The warehouse district.
Sounds like thunder.
If you're an answer.
You're late. I was starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
Of course, Mitt.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Joshua?
Hey?
What was up with that, Joshua? Hey, Byron. Uncle. It's your other nephew.
My boy. Uncle Byron.
It's really you! I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
It's gotta be.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
Get that ship up and
See that
running.
Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
Yeah, both
You
of
too.
you guys. I want to see you back alive again. Not losing you again.
Even fall.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
Yeah. Where to look, though?
They don't stand a chance against those things.
Let's go. Dang it. Dead already.
They've been routed.
Okay, he's dead. Cool. Took a bit of damage though. Wasn't my best fight. Luckily there are potions here.
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here.
You know what happened. Akashic. Ether flood. So, do they open this door? Yep. It's time to push. Nice. Shock Fang. Oh, here's something. Potion, lovely.
Don't get surrounded.
That's all they had, huh?
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy. There may still be survivors inside.
Not likely, from the cutscene we saw. But Odin may still be there.
Where are they? These creatures. Does Optimus reach extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
Where is your master? What does he want?
Let's try.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
There you go again, calling me
You
by
again.
not my name.
I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me.
Not anymore.
Albeit one's unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness.
Unburdened.
They are pure. They are divine.
What?
Empty husks.
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled.
Are you a dragoon by any chance?
I am Sleipnir of House Harvard.
Sleipnir.
And you will yield.
No, you're not. Wait a minute. Is he Sleipnir? Surely not.
Or not.
As long as you don't hold back.
Nice try.
A lot of damage.
Little trick.
Let's get some cinematic clashes. Nice job, Clive.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir.
Gungnir.
Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes!
What cliff?
One is seldom enough. Would you not agree?
That man's beard.
Actually, I wouldn't.
Actually, I wouldn't. Oh, okay. Come on. That's not fair. So close to stay. Oh, come on. Yeah.
potion. Is that a level? Is that really that close to a level? 420 AP, 4,725 gil, sanguine insignia, 2 of them. Bunch of wyrite and 2 meteorites. Alright, maybe we should spend some AP.
Is strong.
Uh-huh. I am strong. I'm not a vessel though. I do wonder, are you actually a dominant of Sleipnir, or because it's weird that you call yourself Sleipnir, but then when your Emperor King guy, Barnabas, when he primes, he becomes Odin riding Sleipnir. So how does that work?
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Same here.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Joshua?
Nothing. I hope.
What? No. What's wrong, Joshua? What do you think? Hey, Barnabas. You know, there's a thing called a door.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
Just stop calling me that.
It's the king.
Indeed. Yeah. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Let's get back. So let's chill. Just picking up a regular old sword from your dead buddy? From your dead horse? Pretentious scumbag.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Name's Cloud. Or Sid, if you prefer. But not Mythos.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose?
My
to
purpose
surrender
is
my
own.
mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own.
Exactly.
I made a promise to my friends to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness?
That's not greatness.
Your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
You're insane, dude. Are we gonna fight for real?
Try it.
That's not good.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Come on, Clive.
Joshua!
I dodged so much during that previous fight, and you refuse to dodge in a cutscene? Yeah, you careful, Jill. That's a lot of ice. Jill.
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Targo with a sword. Jill. Don't you die on me, Jill.
Power beyond reckoning. And they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Your stupid sword that cuts through like everything. Jill. Sometime later, city outskirts, the free cities of Canada. The Ironworks. The Ironworks?
Will he be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake. My boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like
Now,
him.
where's Jill?
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
Okay, at least there's that, but the king probably has her.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose you might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Besides, my brother patched me up. I'm all good to go. The power of the Phoenix truly is something. A song of hope.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
And so many new things! Hold on, Otto. Look at this. New items in the shop. New crafting with the blacksmith. Let's also check in with Tim's.
Let me help. I know my letters. Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost.
Uh-huh. Here's some knowledge, man.
You wish to study
so close,
the tomes?
Man. So close to another level of knowledge. Hey, Sharon? Karen?
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
Apparently story time. All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is.
Yeah.
Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than Gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
Well, I don't plan on messing it all up.
Clive. That grey lump.
Why, he's the gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure to meet. He might not be the brightest crystal in the crate, but he's got a good heart, and I'd far rather have an honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. He never shirks his duties, never answers back, never dips his fingers in the coffers.
No.
No, I won't hear a bad word said about him. Though I might say a few myself. The lad's even got Blackthorn teaching him the secrets of smithing now. So I'm keeping my one good eye on the forge. If that blowhard of a blacksmith should even think about doing Goots down, we'll be having words.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
A rune blade. That's certainly better than Brightburn. Let's go ahead and
You'll not find a better
high
price than
potion
that.
used. Already got all of those. Rune crescents. Rune belt's not as good as the regal sash, at least not at base. Rune crescents, though.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much
Maybe
bothered either
speaking.
way.
Hey, Blackthorn.
What do you want?
We have a look at reinforcements. A rune blade +2 would be 20 plus 25 to both attack and stagger. Rune belt would only be +1 HP -3 defense, so I'm not going to get that. Rune crescents +2 though, +5 HP, +8 defense. That could be worth it. And I'll be back in this jiffy.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Sure is. I'd like to purchase this rune blade.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
You're rubbing me blind? You're rubbing me blind.
You'll not find a better
lady.
price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
So what do I owe the honor?
Carrot.
What do you want?
Alright. I'd like to reinforce Marine Blade.
Yeah, that should do you. Did my
Plus
best work,
2.
but it'll do.
Same with the rune
You can thank
crescents.
me later. Yeah, that should do you.
That should do me. Indeed.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tons of plenty.
It's still just Hall of Virtue, arcade mode, stage replay, yep. Those same 3. But would you look at this new sword? An odd tip. Not much for stabbing. Looks nifty though.
Cole said it was an army.
Hello,
Clive.
Vivian.
How may I help you today? Here you are.
Just
The state of the
getting
realm
the
is ever-changing,
mark off my
Clive.
map. Nectar, my boy. Let's hunt board. Let's see. Just the one. Dread Comet. The hunters of Tabor speak of a wild chocobo that haunts not only the nearby Badlands, but also their dreams, for it exhibits a ferocity rarely seen in the species,
and has ripped more than a dozen of their comrades from gizzard to groin, and feasted on their flesh. The bird is far past taming. It must needs be put down.
Okay. The Badlands. Whereabouts be that? People of Tabor say on the Badlands. I wonder if it's somewhere in this like Titan's Wake area. It's not going to be up here. I'm not allowed to go there. Desert, desert, desert. Echoes deep. Fishing village, cleft. Cedrus thread. Steps of the Forgotten. Bucklad. Yeah, no, it's gotta be somewhere around in here. In Titan's Wake. That or it's in an area that I'm not allowed to get to yet. Or maybe I should take a look at these like markers. Maybe there's one of them called the Badlands. Silent Law. Vault, Horde, Gate. And its bed. Yeah, I don't know. Either I have to come in from this side, or I have to go to Titan's Wake. But I don't see any Badlands. Which is interesting. I mean, it did say Tabor. Right, I'm not like mistaking that. Yeah. The hunters of Tabor speak of a wild chocobo that haunts not only the nearby Badlands, it says nearby, but also their dreams. Hey, Otto.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
Well, all right is relative. Jill is, I wouldn't say it's all right, but she's alive, as far as we can tell.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now,
never have.
As for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Yeah, it could be. It got mixed in with things that she didn't yet have the heart to look at. So we'll have a look then.
If Amber and the
dungeon. It's her workshop.
It's ship.
Have a look at these volumes.
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
Lots of papers on the
What do
desk.
we have here? Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Continue section.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. What's this
is tucked inside it.
A riddle. Mididor. I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, this one's the best. And so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, daughter dearest. And now it sleeps there in the first. I'm gonna have to work on that last rhyme. Good luck. Sid.
Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Otto might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty in the hills?
I mean, hey, it's a good idea to keep your daughter in the hideaway where she's safe. To give her something to do. A treasure hunt.
Who's that?
Kids, what are you doing?
I
Why
didn't
now
break
of all
it.
times?
Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
No, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
What? Why'd you pick now of all times to do this?
There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it!
Uh-huh.
He more than fixed
Sid,
it!
after all.
Yeah! New music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Like father, like daughter. And a level up. And 500 AP. Lots of gills. Nice. Black blood, Gilbug.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
What?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with
are just fine. My brother Joshua healed them up with his phoenix powers.
Realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
It's just, good bones. That's the new song here. Side quests. Many side quests. Let's go talk to the one farthest away first. Plus, we'll be unlocking 2 new things. What do you got for me, pal? Nigel?
Cid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
What's one vine?
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine.
Just one
As
vine.
for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Yeah.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Well. So let's check the hunt board.
Trader from across the sea.
Of course, it couldn't just be an ordinary Morble. Not that I've seen many Morbles running around, but you know.
Cid! Heard you were in Canver fetching young Med.
Yep. And fetch her I did.
if Amber and the Lazarus had gone.
Talk to the doctor in training.
Can't kick this up much. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
Oh.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything, but I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Tears of mercy. Are you?
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Very well.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Oh, please. I'll do everything I can for all my friends. Nectar! More blue sightings.
I hear your brother isn't a fan of carrots, Kupo. If every carrot of Rosaria is anything like the one that I just got posted on the board, I can see why, Kupo.
Carrot. That's a marble. Apparently it's called carrot for some reason.
If you should come across a red carrot protruding from the marshes of Three Reeds, do not attempt to pull it from the swampy soil. It is, in truth, another root vegetable entirely, an exotic species of marble that uses a modified carrot-like vine as a lure to draw its prey close, before emerging from the earth and swallowing them whole. A cruel way for nature to turn these times of privation to her advantage.
Well, we shall have to see to that. And also the Dread Comet. But the Dread Comet is near Tabor. In Dhalmekia. Oh, the Sickle. That's right. The Sickle, Dhalmekia, and this one's in the Whispering Waters. Have a quick look. Uh-huh. But the Sickle... Where's the Sickle? the flat. Should be somewhere near Tabor. Maybe it's in the Titan's Wake. So I don't see anything called Sickle so far. Not around these parts. Just double check it. Oh wait, here we are. There's the Sickle. Somewhere around here, so likely either there or down here. Got it. Then the other one in Rosaria. Wrong button. Oh, it must be here. Yep, Tears of Mercy. That one's marked, so that's good. And there's one more side quest around here. August.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. It's half of that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
worried about him.
Concerned?
And
Worried
you
about
want
him?
my advice?
Afraid so.
Again.
It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Hey Blackthorn, what do I got to do for you to be able to upgrade even more things?
If it's knowledge you seek.
Hey?
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen.
Yeah.
August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
August.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast has improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Idaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work.
because the Cursebreakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well.
Very well.
Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the Cursebreakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Karava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Yes. Well, that clears out everything here at the hideaway for now. And that'll have to be it for today. As we have reached a little past 3 hours. Well, we took care of a few things. But now Jill has been captured. We need to get our ship up and running, the Enterprise, so that we can catch up to them and get her back. Of course, before we do that, we'll have to take care of a couple of these side quests, a couple hunts. You know, finish up all these side hustles before we get to the main hustle again. Still, look at the state of this continent, man. It's a lot of blight, and only one Mother Crystal remains, guarded by Odin himself. Well, let's save the game. Don't want to forget to do that. She got dropped in half too. Yeah, it sure did. I mean, I know Clive wasn't in good shape when he got hit, and he had his brother Joshua to patch him up. So I doubt Jill's faring much better. But we do at least know that she is alive. At least as far as Clive and Joshua can tell. But yeah, so next stream is on Wednesday. We'll be playing Full Void, a new game that came out recently. That's so I got 2D, let me see, what's the description here? A 2D cinematic puzzle platformer set in a dystopian future, where you play as a young teenager, scared and alone, and must use all your skills to defeat a rogue AI that keeps mankind oppressed. Should be fun. And then on Saturday, we'll be playing more Final Fantasy XIV, getting into Shadowbringers. Can't wait for that. And then following that, we'll be playing more Final Fantasy XVI here. And then again, more Final Fantasy XVI next Monday. It sounds curious. Yeah, I'm certainly pretty curious. And let me see if I recognize the developers of that Full Void. I don't. It's by Out of the Bit Limited. Yeah, looks neat. It's kind of a pixel art 2D platformer, puzzle platformer. Yeah. Oops. No, no. Get out of that. Stop. Steve, no. No. How do I... Yeah, we did. It's like big picture, exit big picture there. Ugh. I just want to minimize it there. Okay. Regardless, I will see you next mission. Bye bye.